So the All-Australian team for season 2021 will be as follows: as the left back pocket, Tom Langdon from the Collingwood Football Club. He's a first-time All-Australian. Harris Andrews, back-to-back All-Australians, I believe, for the Brisbane Lions. And the right back pocket, we have Luke Ryan. And now, the half-back line. Lockie Ash as a first-time All-Australian for season 2021. Lockie Ash had a great season, also getting in the votes for the grand final. The centre half-back for season 2021. An outstanding season for the Giants. Aidan Corr, also a first-time All-Australian. He had a great season. He was in the top 20 disposal getters for the Giants. Oh, not top 20, top 10. At the right half back, we have Basher Hooley, also grand finalist with the Richmond Tigers. I think that's also his third All-Australian selection. And his second All-Australian selection on the wing, the left wing, Tim Taranto. And in the centre, from the Collingwood Football Club, Adam Treloar. On the right wing, from the Collingwood Football Club, Tom Phillips. He also had a great season with the Pies. That's the Pies' third All-Australian selection for the season so far. And the preliminary finalists, the Roos, have someone off the half-forward line in Taylor Garner. He had a quiet preliminary final, but he's had a great season. Also, he had an injury-struck season. Harry Mackay come top 10 in the Coleman, even though he got injured for most of the season. He had a solid 40-odd goals for not many games. At the right half-forward line, we have Jordan De Goey, also another Collingwood player. That's the fourth Collingwood player of the game so far. Then we have the full forward line from the Hawks, Luke Bruce. He had a great season this season. At full forward, we have the Coleman medalist for the second time in a row, and another All-Australian selection from Jeremy Cameron. Also had a big game in the grand final, kicked 6 goals. He had a great season. As well as the young man, Toby Green. He kicked 3 in the grand final, and he's got his right forward pocket once again. And another All-Australian selection for him. And now the ruckman, Nick Natanui. He picked up the Norm Smith medal in season 2021 as the Giants went back-to-back. Also, with the Rover and the captain of the Giants, also, he won the best and fairest for the season and the Brownlow medal, Josh Kelly. And also, he'll be receiving the captain's armband for the season. As well as his fellow man to his right, the vice-captain, Callum Ward. He only played 16 games this season and had a great season nevertheless. But now, going on to the bench, we have Josh Thomas from the Collingwood Football Club, also with his second All-Australian selection. And now the second ruckman, Matty Cruiser, had a great game versus Matty Flynn when we versed him in round 23. Well, he dominated all around the ground in that game. But that's his third All-Australian selection, I believe, now. And also, it will be Nathan Wilson's first for the Freo Dockers. And also for the Tigers, Shy Bolton picks up the final position for the Tigers. And the coach for the season 2021 is Damien Hardwick from the Tigers, who finished first on the ladder but couldn't get it done in the grand final. But that is a good season nevertheless. They were 2 wins in front of the Giants, who were in second. Mr. Gretsch had a good season, but still could not get the coach's spot. He'll probably get the assistant coach if there was one. Anyway, now we go on and bring on the Baldyfnc vote count for season 2021. And now, here comes the Baldyfnc vote count. Round 1, Hawthorn v GWS. The scores were GWS 36, 186 defeated Hawthorn 14-12, 92. The votes were 5 votes Nick Natanui, 4 votes Jeremy Cameron, 3 votes Sam Jacobs, 2 votes Toby Green, and 1 vote Rory Laird. And now here comes round 2. Round 2 v the Gold Coast Suns. GWS 15-11, 101 defeated the Gold Coast Suns 13-10, 88 in a thriller at Giant Stadium. The votes are as follows: Aidan Core, 5 votes; Tim Taranto, 4 votes; 3 votes, the back-to-back at the moment favourite Josh Kelly, 3 votes; 2 votes Lockie Ash, and 1 vote Sam Jacobs. Round 3 versus Port Adelaide at Giant Stadium. GWS 11-9-75 defeated Port Adelaide 7-13, 55. The votes: 5 votes Tim Taranto, 4 votes the favourite Josh Kelly, 3 votes Matty Rowell, 2 votes Matty DeBoer, and yet again 1 vote Sam Jacobs. Now round 4 versus the Brisbane Lions. Round 4 versus the Brisbane Lions in the tough defeat at the Gabba. 15-8, 98 defeated GWS 13-9, 87. The votes are 5 votes Lockie Whitfield, 4 votes Toby Green, 3 votes second fiddle to Josh Kelly, leader at the moment Tim Taranto, 2 votes Matty DeBoer once again, and 1 vote Rory Laird. Now round 5, taking on the D's. In round 5, we travelled to the MCG in our first game for the season there. GWS 15-12, 102 in a draw to Melbourne 16-6, 102. The votes are Josh Kelly, the favourite, 5 votes; 4 votes Brett Daniels, 3 votes Toby Green, 2 votes Tim Taranto, and 1 vote to the man who kicked a goal on the siren, Matty Flynn. Now we go into round 6 when we take on the Saints. Round 6 versus the Saints at Giant Stadium. GWS 14-12, 96 defeated St Kilda 15-4, 94 in a shot after the siren from Dan Butler that got the Giants over the line. The votes are 5 votes Tim Taranto, 4 votes Toby Green, 3 votes Matty Flynn, 2 votes Matty DeBoer, and 1 vote Jeremy Cameron. Now go to round 7 versus the Bombers. In round 7, we took on the Bombers at the MCG in a poor kicking display. GWS 17-16, 118 defeated the Bombers 16-4, 100. The votes are 5 votes Josh Kelly, 4 votes Nick Natanui, 3 votes Nick Haynes, 2 votes Toby Green, and 1 vote Lockie Whitfield. Now we go into round 8 and we take on the Blues. Round 8 versus Carlton at Giants Stadium. GWS 21-12-138 defeated Carlton 15-92 in the biggest win of the season, not including round 1. The votes are 5 votes Matty DeBoer, 4 votes Nick Natanui, 3 votes Josh Kelly, 2 votes Brett Daniels, and 1 vote Jeremy Cameron. In round 9, we versed Collingwood at the MCG. GWS 10-15-75 defeated Collingwood 6-10-46 in a poor kicking display. So the votes are 5 votes Nick Natanui, 4 votes Jeremy Cameron, 3 votes Josh Kelly, 2 votes Jake Riccardi, and 1 vote Callum Ward. Now round 10 versus Freo. Round 10 versus Freo at Giant Stadium. Fremantle 14-10-94 defeated GWS 14-8-92 in a choke defeat of the Giants. Oh boy, that was not a good game. So we go into the votes. 5 votes Tim Taranto, 4 votes Callum Ward, 3 votes Nick Natanui, 2 votes Josh Kelly, and 1 vote Jai Caldwell. So we go into the next round where we face the Tigers in round 11. Round 11 versus Richmond at Giant Stadium. Richmond 17-6-108 defeated GWS 15-6-96, a 12-point win to the Richmond Football Club. The votes are 5 votes Tim Taranto, 4 votes Josh Kelly, 3 votes Nick Natanui, 2 votes Matty Flynn, and 1 vote Jake Riccardi. Round 12. Bye. So now we go into round 13 versus the Cats. Round 13 versus the Cats at GMHBA. GWS 13-12-90 defeated Geelong 10-6-66. The votes are 5 votes Josh Kelly, 4 votes Matty DeBoer, 3 votes Toby Green, 2 votes Tim Taranto, and 1 vote Callum Ward. Now going into round 14 versus North Melbourne. Round 14 versus North Melbourne at Marvel Stadium. 16-8-104 North Melbourne defeated GWS 15-10-100. The votes are 5 votes Nick Natanui, 4 votes Josh Kelly, 3 votes Nick Shipley, 2 votes Timmy Taranto, 1 vote Matty Flynn, and in round 15 we take on the Swans. Round 15 versus Sydney. GWS 20-10-130 defeated Sydney 17-12-114 in a game 150 for Josh Kelly. 5 votes Josh Kelly, 4 votes Nick Shipley, 3 votes Nick Natanui, 2 votes Jeremy Cameron, and 1 vote Tommy Papley. And now round 16 versus the Saints. Round 16 versus the Saints. GWS 21-11, 137, defeated the Saints 12-9, 81 in a big win for the Giants. Now the votes are 5 votes, Nick Shipley, 4 votes, Josh Kelly, 3 votes, Callum Ward, 2 votes, Tommy Papley, the man that kicked the bag, 1 vote, Jeremy Cameron. Now we go into round 17 versus the Brisbane Lions. Round 17 versus the Brisbane Lions at the Gabba. GWS 15-16, 106 in their worst kicking for the season, defeated the Brisbane Lions 7-7, 49. The votes are 5 votes, Jeremy Cameron, 4 votes, Josh Kelly, 3 votes, Callum Ward, 2 votes, Sam Jacobs, and 1 vote, Nick Natanui. Now we go into round 18 versus the West Coast Eagles. Round 18 versus the West Coast Eagles. GWS 17-5, 107 defeated the West Coast Eagles 7-7, 49, the same score as what the Brisbane Lions scored last week. The votes are 5 votes, Nick Natanui, 4 votes, Jeremy Cameron, 3 votes, Aidan Corr, 2 votes, Tommy Papley, and 1 vote, the favourite, Josh Kelly. Round 19 versus the Western Bulldogs. GWS defeated the Western Bulldogs 13-9, 87 to the Bulldogs 9-6, 60 in nearly a comeback there from the Western Bulldogs in the final round. Or the final round that Jeremy Cameron polls a big vote. So here we go. The votes are Jeremy Cameron, 5 votes. 4 votes, Lockie Whitfield. 3 votes, Nick Natanui. 2 votes, Jakey Williams. And 1 vote, Sam Jacobs. Now we go into round 20 versus the Adelaide Crows. GWS 15-12, 102 defeated the Adelaide Crows 14-8, 92. That was a good game from Callum Ward today. He had 18 disposals and kicked a couple goals. So the votes are 5 votes, Callum Ward, 4 votes, Lockie Whitfield, 3 votes, Stephen Caniglio, 2 votes, Tim Taranto, and 1 vote to the favourite, Josh Kelly. And now round 21 versus the Fremantle Dockers. Round 21 versus the Fremantle Dockers. GWS defeated the Fremantle Dockers in their final game before they started resting some players to get ready for the final series. GWS 17-14, 116 defeated the Fremantle Dockers 6-8, 44. The votes are 5 votes, Nick Natanui, 4 votes, Callum Ward, 3 votes, yet again, Jakey Williams, 2 votes, Jeremy Cameron, and second fiddle to Josh Kelly, 1 vote, Tim Taranto. 2 versus a young squad in Melbourne. So the round 22 match, Melbourne 17-6, 108 defeated the Young Giants 13-11, 89. They were close to comeback, but they were too strong, the Melbourne Demons, with Max Gawn and co in the midfield. So the votes are 5 votes, Nick Shipley, 4 votes, Matty DeBoer, 3 votes, Jeremy Finlayson, 2 votes, Jake Riccardi, and 1 vote, Lockie Ash. So now we go into round 23 versus the Blues. Should be a thriller. Round 23 versus Carlton. Carlton defeated GWS 14-6, 90. GWS 11-6, 72. The Giants nearly made a good comeback in the end, but they were too good for the Giants on the day. But Nevertheless, the main man, Zachariah, stood up and kicked a couple goals. But now the votes are 5 votes, Brad Zachariah; 4 votes, Callum Brown; 3 votes, Jai Caldwell; 2 votes, Matty Flynn; and 1 vote, Daniel Lloyd. And now, the qualifying final versus the Adelaide Crows. The qualifying final versus the Adelaide Crows. GWS 17-13, 115 defeated the Adelaide Crows 8-5-53 in a whooping by 72 points. The votes are 5 votes, Brad Zachariah; 4 votes, Stephen Canelio; 3 votes, Nick Natanui; 2 votes, the favourite Josh Kelly; and 1 vote, Jeremy Cameron. The next week is a bye, which is the semi-final. So the next game after is none other the preliminary final versus North Melbourne. Preliminary final versus North Melbourne in a thriller at Giants Stadium in the rain. GWS 13-7-85 defeated North Melbourne 11-5-71 with a great day at the office from Josh Kelly. He's had a kick to goal and had 16 disposals. Had one of his days that he would like to remember that put him into the grand final versus the Tigers. So the votes are 5 votes, Josh Kelly; 4 votes, Toby Green; 3 votes, Nick Natanui; 2 votes, Stephen Canelio; and 1 vote, Callum Ward. Now the grand final versus the Tigers. And now the grand final between Richmond at the MCG in a comeback win and back-to-back wins in the grand final for the Giants. That's 2 in a row in grand finals. GWS win last year against the Crows and now against the Tigers. The Giants 15-8-98 defeated Richmond 12-7-79 with an outstanding game performance by Nick Natanui, who was now crowned Norm Smith medalist for season 2021. So 4 votes goes to Jeremy Cameron, 3 votes Josh Kelly, 2 votes Toby Green, and 1 vote Stephen Canelio. In third place, with 34 votes, we have Tim Taranto. He has come third this time round. And so that means who will be in second? We do not know. We'll find out. In second place, with 52 votes, is the man from WA and now in Sydney. It is Nick Natanui with 52 votes. He has come second. So, next is the man who has come first. Here we go. And the winner of the Baldyfnc vote count for season 2021 is the back-to-back winner, Josh Kelly, with 63 votes. He had an outstanding season. He has beaten Nick Natanui by 11 votes. He had a great season. He had about 7 games, which he got 5 votes. So that was a winner in my book. He was leading all the way through the season. Halfway he was leading. Nick Natanui took it over at one stage, but it was him that took the season by storm. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next season of the GWS Career Mode for Season 3, hoping we'll see a trifecta for Josh Kelly for 3 on the trot.